fuzzy shit. All that heartwarming, how you feeling? Give me huggy shit. Bitch, I don't wanna smile. Bitch, I wanna cry. I don't wanna see him live. I wanna see that nigga die.
Blessings upon blessings to each and every one of you that came and chimed into my commentary video. Know that you are truly welcome on the comments down below to give your opinions and thoughts on whatever I cover. So let me get straight into this. Now, as they're going around, I was going to say Lexi, Royalty has been exposed for sending another visual that was her fam to get them to call CPS on CJ. And the young lady came out and allegedly catch herself exposing Royalty for the conversation they both was having back with one another. Now, my input in all this is like, when is enough is enough? When is enough is enough? When is the babies going to be taken into consideration? Like, you as a mother, Royalty, if you feel like that child in some way, somehow in harm's way, all you have to do is get in contact with your lawyer. You don't have to go back and keep contact with your fans or your supporters. That's what's going on wrong with a lot of upper content creators. Like, y'all get in tune with y'all subscribers. Y'all get in tune with y'all fans. Well, we call them your fans. Their fans. They get into with their fans. They want them to do this. They want them to do that for them. But you don't know these people's secret motive. You don't know what these people got out for you. They could pretend that they hee on your face, nice and dandy, and behind your back they plotting on you. And to like it or not, this young lady was plotting on Royalty the whole time. Because if she did it to Lexi, what makes you think you are safe? You are not safe. People should have been teaching you about that game. You should stick to, if you needed someone to talk to, go to your mother, go to your brother, your friends. You don't turn to no subscriber that at the end of the day, you don't know if they have good intention or ill intention for you. Now, you calling CPS, having her do that, call CPS or CJ. Let's go say they call CPS CJ, right? And CPS has recently been called plenty of times on you. You go ahead to call CPS, and let's go say CPS is tired of it or gets tired of it. Let's go say, worst case scenario, removes the baby now from CJ and also from you. What's going to happen? CPS is not a game for people to play tit for tat. CJ needs to grow up. Royalty needs to grow up. That is to be used if the kid is getting neglected, abused, anytime, any kind of formality of, child abuse. If it's not showing that the kid's life is in danger, people should not, and for subscribers as well, people should not be in that deep, continue to call CPS or other people. At the end, it get draining. But Royalty, I understand she's a mother and she's in fear that her kid's going to be taken away completely. But you have to have that connection with your lawyer. And if you have any evidence, then you show it to your lawyer. You don't go showing to your subscriber. Now, the young lady that had came out and catch herself exposing Royalty, you think this look good on you? You think that at the end of the day, this is something you should be gloating and be proud of? Because you, at the end of the day, you have fought in it as well, because you kept and you knew you had a motive behind the situation. You went out your way to call Lexi grandma or auntie for what? For what? You had no purpose, because you just wanted to be seen. You wanted it to be heard. And then on top of it, you went on to now to Royalty, pretending you had the best interest in her, and she could have confided in you. Her brother could have confided in you. Like Van, at the end of the day, Van's a grown ass man. Van should already know and protect his sister from subscribers, and then have them say, "Oh, go bring me the name of the YouTubers that be talking bad about them." All you have to do is look on YouTube yourself. You will see it. Y'all so worried about who's talking about y'all. Y'all should be going deaf tone when it comes to that. Going deaf tone, and to continue to fight for your kids. If your kids is what matters to you, then Focus on your kids and continue to fight for your kids. Stop focusing on what people got to say about you on YouTube. Stop focusing on what people are inboxing you. You supposed to pay attention to what's going on with your younger kids, your two twins, and what's transpiring with them with their father. If you feel like some way, somehow, that the kids was in danger, whatever, you supposed to take that up with your lawyer, not supposed to take it up with a subscriber or a supporter or a fan. You're not supposed to be doing that. You know better than that. It's sad that, she is like a mother running around with her hair cut off because she's trying everything she could do to, in her eyes, protect her kids from what she feel like probably, keyword probably, in danger. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We're not there with them. We don't know what transpires to take place. Only thing we can all do is give our opinions and thoughts and input when it comes to this situation. At the end of the day, I feel like Royalty should have known better. She should have known that you should have never went in that deep in conversation with an individual you do not know at all. I don't care how much the individual smile in your face and gives you good word of ears. At the end of the day, people are evil and wicked out here. You don't know what the ill intention. This girl had no intention. She was waiting for the right time for you to turn your cheek, to use this against you. She was playing the game and you got played. It's sad Royalty did got played. And at the end of the day, who is suffering on here is the kids, because all y'all are grown adults that could fence for yourself, and these kids cannot fence for themselves. Y'all supposed to be the grown adults and do what's right for these kids. And for the young lady that inboxed their Royalty, why is you doing this? You know you are putting more trouble into these people's life, putting these kids into more deeper trouble, because how about worst case scenario, like I said, CPS could have got tired of the bullshit and took these babies away from their parents. We know CJ loved those kids, and we know Royalty loved those kids. You shouldn't interfere to do none of that for her. If she sends you to do it, you have the obligation not to do it. I don't know if she did it or she didn't do it, but she had the obligation of not to do it. She had no right to do it. She had no right to stick her nose into another person's business that does not belong to her, even if another person of another content creator or somebody she idolized come and tell her to do it. You is to say no. I'm not about to do nobody dirty work for anybody. If somebody want to do their dirt, they do it on their own. Because at the end of the day, I'm nobody bitch. And what this was wrong at the end of the day. This was completely wrong and highly wrong on all parties and both parties. You do not go and interfere, and you do not have a deep relationship with or trust a person, a supporter of yours, of doing anything or even telling them shit that's really deeply going on with your life. You don't do that, because at the end, who is suffering here are the kids. It's a sad situation, because it's like this saga will never end. This saga will never come to a closure. And it's just sickening to me, because at the end, I always said since day one, who suffer are the babies. Royalty's a grown-ass woman. CJ's a grown-ass man. That woman, whoever it was, she was a grown-ass woman. That, and her brother, Royalty brother, I forgot his name, Van, is a grown-ass man that know what they doing. At the end, y'all are putting, without y'all knowing, too much stress and too much headaches on these kids. Because at the end of the day, the grown kids gotta go to school, and some of their kids watches YouTube, watches CJ Royalty, and you never know, they could be, had to encounter the bullshit from other kids' ignorancy. And then we got the babies over here. They can't fence for themselves. They can't even talk for themselves. They can't even stand up for themselves. The adults got to stand up for them. And what the adults are doing right now is not standing up for them. Do right by y'all kids. Stop trying to do right by others to be accepted by others. It's sad, but I don't have too much to say about this situation. I feel like all parties, Royalty knew better. She knew better not to engage in that bullshit. That girl knew better. To me, she already had everything in her head planned out. She already know what she was gonna do. And she did it to Lexi. No one is safe. I feel at the end of the day, watch who y'all call your supporters and stop engaging too deeply into them. Because not everybody you meet on here is genuine and has a genuine heart. Sometimes you run into the devil. Sometimes you will run into the devil and set yourself up. You just gotta be careful because there's a lot of snakes and a lot of wolves on this app. But I don't have too much to say. I wish each and every one of you love, peace, light, and blessing. Let me know how y'all feel on the comments down below. If you're a CJ supporter, if you're a royalty supporters, your opinions and thoughts are always welcome on the comments down below. Even if you agree to disagree, it's all love and respect from my end.
I ain't got time for that lovey-dovey shit.